Hello friends, and happy Friday to you. It is Friday the 29th of November 2024, and as is customary on a Friday, we do a bit of an extended reading where we're going to cover the energies of Friday, Saturday and Sunday. So we are looking 29 November, 30 November and then Sunday the 1st of December. And to do this, today I have a whole variety of stuff on the table here. One thing I don't have is a tarot deck. So I decided today, for whatever reason, we don't need to use tarot. So I have a question oracle. I have Angel Cove's Angel Messages deck. I have, oh my gosh, I forget what this one's called. This is a new one that I got in recently. I want to call it the Dream Ritual Oracle, but I may be mistaken. And then this deck is tea leaf reading cards. So I thought we would take a card from each and see what message comes through. So remember, this particular message is for the collective. And I do want to say before we get into the reading that December Taroscopes have been recorded and are uploaded and are ready for viewing. So all my members, the people who pay the monthly subscription on my YouTube channel, they get first access to all the December horoscopes or taroscopes, and they will be released publicly on the 1st of December. So if you want early access, if you want to know ahead of time what is happening in the month of December for all signs of the zodiac, hit that subscribe button, the join button I should say. Join button is just down here. Hit that join button now for, I think it is 40 Rand a month. You get all sorts of stuff, including early access to taroscopes and other videos as well. So let's see, message for the collective. What do we need to be mindful of this weekend, 29th, 30th November plus the 1st of December? So we're going to pick a card here. I'm not going to turn them over until we've got them all. Although, now that I'm saying that, I'm thinking maybe I should. Right, Angel's Cove, messages from the angels. What message do we need today, this weekend? What is important, relevant, and significant for all of us to be mindful of this weekend? Okay, and let's find one. That one there looks good. Right. And from the, I think it's the Dream Ritual Oracle. I love this deck. It's got single words on it, which means that it works so well with intuition. The imagery is beautiful. The color palette is what you see here. Just absolutely stunning. So Dream Ritual, what message do you have for all of us? Message for the collective, please, Dream Ritual. Okay, that's fine. Cut the deck. Okay, and then I'm running out of space on the table. Okay, and we're going to draw. I'm not going to even try and shuffle these. There are 200 of them, and yeah, shuffling is a challenge. So I'm just going to scratch this way until I think I have found one. Bum, 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 bum. Right, I'm going to take, and I actually decided I want two for whatever reason. Who knows what the reasons are why we do the things that we do. Okay. There we go. We have some cards laid out. Let's see what we have and see how they all tie in together, because that's always the fun part, is to see the storyline as it unfolds. So the first card we have, and as I said, this comes from a question oracle. In a world full of unknowns, what is my next move? I love that question. I love that question. In a world full of unknowns, what is, and I'm going to say our next move, right? Let's not make it mine. Let's make it ours. So in a world full of unknowns, what is our next move? Message from the angels. Power. Your angels are working to help release your spiritual power within. Ask for their help and you'll be amazed with the change. Always remember the power of the angels in your life and remember to use it wisely. So immediately what I hear, oh, the glare, the glare, the glare. Immediately what I hear from that particular card is that, you know, the angels want to work with us. The angels want to help us. But if we don't ask for their help, they won't help. So what that means is they need the invitation. All right. They need your permission. They need the invitation. They need to know that you want it before they will step through and help you. So if you don't put your hand up and say, hey, angels, can you help me? They're not going to, especially when we're asking questions such as, what is my next move? Where to next? What do I focus on? What is important to me? So if you want help with your next move, it's important that you do invite the angels in, because they have the the power to give you the power to do whatever it is that you need to do. Let's see from the Dream Ritual Oracle. Yeah, stay calm. I love that teacup. You know, have you ever heard that saying, a storm in a teacup? Yeah. So I know we don't have a storm in the teacup because we're calm. We are absolutely calm. So I really need to change the lighting. Hold a second. I'm just going to pause the recording. And just like magic, it's fixed. I hate pausing the recordings because I lose my train of thought, but at least now I can move that card over and you can at least read it and we're okay. All right, so we need to stay calm. No matter what it is that's going on around us. Again, I think yesterday's message that I gave and the last couple of weeks of messages have really been around this kind of energy of staying calm. We need to call on the angels because the angels want to help us. They can help us. They have the power to help us. They have the power to give us the power. We are all facing the end of the year. I mean, now we're heading into December. We're getting closer and closer to the end of the year. We're all starting to panic as to like what next. We start at this stage, like conversations that I'm having with everybody. People are saying, oh, you know what, 2024 was really, really terrible. I hope 2025 is going to be better. We're all at that kind of crossroads of trying to determine, trying to decide where we're at, what we're doing, what's important, what's relevant, and what's significant. So, but what happens is when we get to this kind of stage, the panic sets in. And this is why Spirit is sort of saying to us, just calm down, it's going to be okay. Focus on what's directly in front of you. Like I really want to say to you, if you're having a cup of tea, okay, and this is just an example, but if you're sitting down and having a cup of tea, sit down and have that cup of tea. Don't sit down and plan next week's work while having the cup of tea. Like actually be mindful of the present, of the now, of this moment where you're at. Because in a world full of unknowns, what is your next move? Well, your next move, you will only know when the time is right to know it. Your next move, like, do we actually have to know what it is? Do we need to have a strategy? Do we need to have a plan? Or do we just need to be working towards ourselves, improving ourselves all the time? But if we don't stay calm, you're putting panic, you're putting fear, you're putting anxiety, you're putting stress, you're putting pressure onto your next move before you've even taken it. So we need to calm, we need to ask our angels to help us because yes, in a world full of unknown, what is our next move? Like, who knows? Who knows? And maybe that's exactly the message that we don't need to know. Let's see what the tea leaf cards want to contribute. The first one that we have, it's a basket, which is about recognition, reward for merit. Okay, so this is the basket that you receive as recognition. So almost like I'm going to call it a gift basket. Okay, so what does that mean? That means that number one, somebody has noticed us. Somebody has noticed what you've done. Somebody has noticed your accomplishments. And there is definitely recognition. So again, this puts pressure on us, doesn't it? When you've done well, when your last move was really, really awesome and really, really successful and really, really fantastic, that immediately puts pressure on us because now the next one has to be even better. I don't know where that came from. Where suddenly we have to think, okay, I did 80%, next time I must do 85, then I must do 90, then I must do 95, and now we're sitting at 300%. Like, why is it that we have to do better each time? Why can't we just do the same? Why can't we just stay within that same ballpark? Where did it come from that we needed to elevate all the time? We need to calm down. We need to calm down. Your angels are working to help release your spiritual power within. Ask for their help and you will be amazed with the change. Always remember the power of the angels in your life and remember to use them wisely. So we need to ask them to help us calm. Yes, we understand that we've done well. Yes, we understand, we appreciate the recognition. It's nice to know that somebody sees what we've done, what we've achieved, and what we've accomplished. But we need to take the pressure off ourselves. We need to take the pressure off ourselves. We need to stay calm because this anxiety, this fear, this panic, this whatever it is that we're feeling is just overwhelming us in a big way. And our final card from the tea leaf deck, let's have a look and see what we have. We have the Weeping Willow, family sorrow. And this is exactly why we're putting ourselves under so much pressure, because we want to avoid this at all costs. Nobody wants to bring sorrow and pain and discomfort to their family. Of course not. We want our families to be proud of us. We want our families to be, satisfied and happy. We want our families to have everything that they deserve. We want to be able to provide for our families. So avoiding, stopping, making sure that family sorrow doesn't happen is our first priority. So if we work it backwards, this is why we panic about our next move. This is why we become fearful of our next move, because we want to make sure that we take care of our family. We want to make sure that we are able to provide for our family. We forget that we can use the angels. And when we do use the angels, it's worse to, no, it's an absolute panic. So like, for example, I know that we tend to call on God and call on the angels when it's crisis time. But ordinarily every day in our day-to-day moves, we don't generally tend to call on them. So we need to calm. We need to stay calm. We need to just breathe. We need to know that we are doing well, that we are doing everything we can to prevent any kind of sorrow for our families. We need to lean on the angels, and we need to understand that we don't always have to know what our next move is. It's okay to just be in the now, in this moment, in this day, in this weekend, to stay in this space, calling on the angels and staying calm and trusting that everything's going to be okay. Because if you fear this, the most, you're actually drawing that energy into your space. The law of attraction. What you think is what you attract. What you feel is what you attract. What you fear is what you attract. So this that you are so worried about, this that you are so fearful of, excuse me, because it is what you are so worried about, it is what you're drawing into your family. Whereas if you stay calm, if you lean on your angels, everything's going to be okay. But understand, this is honestly a message from Spirit to say, we see you. We see how hard you're working. We see how well you're trying, or how hard you're trying. We see the effort that you put into everything. We see how much you are pushing yourself. But maybe you don't have to push yourself so hard. Maybe it's okay to just take one weekend to just breathe. One weekend of no fear. One weekend of no anxiety. One weekend of no strategizing. One weekend of just being in the space here and now, being calm and relying on and trusting our angels to support us in the way that we need. So friends, interesting message for the weekend. As I said to you, Taroscopes will be released publicly on Sunday. So if you are super keen and you want to get in early, join the membership. As I said, I think the lowest tier is 40 Rand a month, and it gets you instant access to the Taroscopes. Otherwise, on Sunday, I hope you enjoy your Taroscopes. I do wish you the most amazing weekend. Look after yourself, take it easy, and until we connect again, with love and blessings from my heart to yours. Take care, friends.